It's a special Monday morning edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. We've got a snowstorm heading our way tonight, and I wanted to do a quick video update to bring you up to speed on some of the changes in our ideas. If you followed me on social media over the weekend, I didn't post a lot, but I posted a few times, and I was talking a lot about an average of about 3 inches with this storm coming up tonight. The storm's looking a little healthier this morning, a little more moisture to work with, so we're going to bump up our forecasted snow totals a bit. Somewhere maybe on the order of 4 to 5 inches, and so I wanted to show you why that is, and just generally bring you up to date on what's going on. Here's tonight's storm. It's still out across the Midwest. It's bringing a variety of precipitation to Missouri, Illinois, parts of Iowa. It's mostly snow, though, of course, up here where the air is cold enough. As this translates east, I do think there'll be some mixed precipitation around parts of the Buckeye State tonight. For us here in the valley, it's going to be mostly snow, though. Certainly plenty of cold air ahead of this storm. We started this morning below 0 in many backyards, and as I record this a little before 9 this morning, it's still just 1 above in Youngstown, 1 above in Newcastle as well. So it's real cold outside ahead of this storm. Let me bring up a computer model here. We'll show you what's going to happen as we go into the future. The other thing to note with this storm, the onset may be just a little slower than we originally thought. We were talking a lot about 7 o'clock as the start time, maybe an hour or two later than that now. So if you have travel plans today, you're fine through the daylight hours. You're fine for the first maybe hour or two after sunset, and then things are going to go downhill in a hurry after that. I've stopped the animation here at 10 o'clock this evening. This shows you the precipitation type the model is expecting. You'll notice it's more blue than anything up here around Youngstown, but I think even as far north as somewhere in here, maybe the Route 30 corridor, maybe even as far north as 224. We could see a brief period where there's some sleet mixed in, and perhaps even a bit of freezing rain, and this will be mostly at the onset. Just as the wave of precipitation is moving in, it may be not 100% snow in some parts of the region, so that's something we'll have to watch out for. But certainly the vast majority of the mixing is going to happen down closer to I-70, Zanesville, Cambridge, Wheeling, over towards Pittsburgh. Again, mostly a snow event for us here in the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. Here's midnight, snowing hot and heavy at this point. It'll be coming down at a good clip right at midnight, and then in the middle of the night tonight at 3 a.m. The steadiest and heaviest of the snow probably has begun to push away, but there'll still be plenty of light to maybe at times moderate snow around up through the middle of the night tonight. That's 3 a.m. And then here's 6 a.m. Again, a lot of light snow around. The snow's not going to be completely done at 6 a.m., but the heaviest of the snow, the fastest accumulations will have occurred a few hours before this point. So we don't want to let down our guard. It'll still be slick out and it'll still be snowing, and around sunrise tomorrow morning, the worst of the storm will have passed just a few hours earlier than that, though. And then just a few scattered snow showers for the couple of hours after sunrise on Tuesday. So another view of this is a different computer model here, the high-resolution rapid refresh model showing the precipitation shield about to approach. I've stopped the animation at 9 o'clock this evening. As you can see, it's not quite here. I think this is probably a little too slow, though. So, you could probably add a little layer like this. So, I think a good start time for most of the valley as far as the precipitation tonight is going to be between 8 and 10, with about 9 o'clock as an average. And again, at the start, there may be some mixing going on. A variety of precipitation for a time. I think it's going to be a quick changeover to all snow, though, for most areas during the course of the night tonight. How much snow are we talking about? Again, I think a good average is going to be between 4 and 5 inches. Let me change my browser configuration here so you can see the legend. Showing you the SREF model here, 21 members of this model. They take a computer model, they tweak the initial conditions 21 different times. They change the temperature, the humidity a little bit. And this just gives us a little more of a range of possibilities. It's impossible to model the atmosphere 100% correctly. So if you allow for a little error by changing the initial conditions a bit and then running it over and over, you can kind of see where there how significant the errors might be. The spread here amongst the 21 different lines is not real huge. It's between 3 and 6 inches generally, with the mean or the average being 4.43. So I think that's a reasonable average at this point. Most of this will fall between 7 or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's a middle of the night type of a thing. And I think this model guidance is pretty good, about 4.5 inches on average enough to shovel and plow, enough to cause some disruptions. It's going to be slow on the roads as you get up, if you're an early riser, especially tomorrow morning. But I do want to emphasize again that today, no problems during the daylight hours. There's some sunshine out there right now. It's cold out, but you'll be fine through the daylight hours, and even an hour or two after sunset, you should be okay. Our problems really start around 9 o'clock or so and continue through the rest of the night. All right, I'll keep you up to date on social media today. Eric WFMJ on Twitter. Put meteorologist in front of my name to find me and like me on Facebook. WFMJ.com/weather. We'll be keeping that up to date as well. Jess and Mike Joyce have you covered in the Weather Center at midday today. I'll be in, of course, as usual, later this afternoon and heading into this evening. So I'll see you on the TV side tonight on 21 News at 6 o'clock.